Hello, welcome to Kim and Friends, where we laugh through the chaos, cry whenever the hell we feel like it, and always keep it real. Because as women, the conversations we have and the stories we share behind closed doors need to be heard out in the wild. I'm Kim, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen today. I really hope something resonates with you. Hi, everyone. I'm back again with a Minisode to talk about everything and nothing right now. Full disclosure, I had big plans for myself today. I've gotten behind on my recording schedule that I had set for myself, and I've got a list of things, list of ideas here in my notes app about things to come on and talk about for my minisodes. I've just loved the feedback that I've gotten from the small audience that seems to be building and listening to Kim and Friends, and the questions that you've sent me, the support that you've sent me, the ideas you've sent me. And I feel like I should just be in this creative flow, and the ideas are all there, but I've been frozen. I'll just apologize in advance for being vague, but I just don't feel ready to share what's been going on. And it hasn't even really been happening to me, and I don't feel like it's mine to share. But we've had some pretty heinous obstacles put in our path, my family, in the past week. So we've been navigating all of that and navigating our own grief and each other's grief. And it wasn't just one situation. It was, other situations compounding on top of situations. And it's put me in this creative, freeze. So instead of using this outlet that I've, been gifted, I've been scrolling on my phone too much, endlessly, and been doing a lot of crying and spending a lot of time in vulnerable conversation with my girlfriends and with my husband and with my children. But then when it comes to letting all of those feelings express themselves creatively, which is, I don't even know if I'm making sense, but it's sort of what, not even sort of, but is what this podcast is for me. Being open, being vulnerable, talking to this beautiful, small and growing audience has been, for the past couple of months, my greatest outlet, my greatest joy. And now I'm a little fearful, a little depressed, a little frozen. And it's Wednesday. This minisode is for this coming up Tuesday. I have not been in this position yet. I've had, the episodes that you're hearing have probably been recorded a month in advance. And that was an expectation that I set for myself to stay in front of everything and to not get myself to the point with the podcast where I had this sense of overwhelm. If you've listened to past episodes, I've talked about keeping my goals small so that I don't fail, because when I get that feeling of failure coming on, or I'm going to let myself down, or I'm going to let someone else down, that's usually when I quit. But I don't want to quit. And I don't want to keep this small. And I really believe what I'm doing, what I'm sharing is important. But those voices are creeping in. And there was a part of me that was like, well, I can just message the producers. I can be like, I've got too much going on in my life right now. We can just re-air my first episode or say I'm taking a week off, or I don't know. I thought about getting on Instagram and just asking for questions and getting on here and answering them and just being like surface and easy. But that's not what this is. And that's not who I am. So since I am behind in my recording schedule, and what you are going to hear on Tuesday, coming from just, a week before, I feel like it's a good opportunity for it to be even more instant. The feedback, the dialogue that can come from this. I mean, it's just weird, guys. Like, little things that, like the minutia of life, that we usually just like do day to day and don't even really think about. We just show up and we do it. In the past week has gotten really overwhelming. And I think I've told several people that like there's this heaviness and impossibility that comes with like getting from point A to point B. So example, like I love my job. I love my work. I love being in community at work. My job always makes me feel better. What a fucking gift, right? Like I never leave my work in a worse mood than I arrived. But getting to work, the alarm going off, throwing my feet over the side of the bed, standing up, finding clothes to put on, getting ready, getting in the car, driving there. That all feels like this insurmountable task right now. But I'm doing it. And then I get to like the actual minutia, like the actual thing, like being at work. And it's good for me. And it distracts me and it helps me. And again, like I've talked about before, I'm just going to wipe my nose with my shirt because that's where we're at right now. But I'm just in one of those pits. And I knew that that was what I needed to come on here and talk about today. Because we all have those pits, right? Where everything's just like, it's like your skin's like glass. Like just one bump in the wrong place and you're just going to shatter. And it's been really cathartic for me all this time. Or like, I guess cathartic isn't the right word. I guess I'm letting it be cathartic right now. It's been energizing over the past few months to come on here and share openly with all of you and to introduce you to my friends and to have them share openly and vulnerably. So I guess this right now, it's not energizing, but it's cathartic that I finally just turned the damn laptop on and just started talking. We all have these pits. We all have these like times of feeling frozen. And times where our skin suit feels like glass. But I guess I'll just end with some really great advice that my big sister Pam always gives me. And I have to look at my history. What has my history told me? What does my history tell me? I haven't shattered yet. When it's at the end of the day, I always show up where I'm supposed to show up. I always don't perform fantastic, but I give the best I have to give at that moment, at that time. I am not an epic failure. I haven't epically failed. So when I look at my history, that can give me comfort and give me confidence to know that my present and my future will certainly chart that same path. So I'm going to continue to hold space for those that I love and show up for them when and where I can. I'm going to continue to get from point A to B, no matter how heavy my head, my heart, my feet feel. I'm going to find connection and comfort and community where I can. I'm going to try to provide that same connection and community to others. And hope that one morning soon I'm going to wake up and the lead feet won't be there and the heart will be less heavy and the head will be a little clearer and we'll have a little more perspective on the heavy shit we're dealing with in our house right now. Anyway, again, I feel like this was all a little vague, and if I could share more, I would. But I want to show up every week, either in conversation or on my own, because the connections that are growing from this in the days in between the episodes are really important. And y'all are really important to me. And I think I said in my first episode, I'm kind of a serious person. So it's a little serious today. It's a little heavy. So if you hear this on Tuesday and you want to reach out and you want to share times when you've been heavy, when you felt like glass, when you felt fragile, it would definitely feel good to know that I'm not alone and we've all been here before. Love you guys.